Celebrities are now reacting to Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars, and we've got everything you need to know. After Chris made that joke about Jada Pinkett Smith that caused Will to get up out of his seat and slap him, you could see the visible confusion on everyone's face. Some people gasped while others applauded him. One of those people that are standing strong on Will's side through all of this is his son Jaden, although several other high-profile celebrities are also reacting to the news as well. In response to the news, Jaden Smith tweeted, "And that's how we do it." Nicki Minaj was another person defending Will in several tweets and said, "I love Chris Rock. I don't think he would have made that joke had he known what Jada recently shared, but between him and the whole team at the Oscars, you mean to tell me not one of y'all heard this woman just share this heartbreaking story? Hashtag come on son." Adding in another tweet, "You just got to witness in real time what happens in a man's soul when he looks over to the woman he loves and sees her holding back tears from a little joke at her expense. This is what any and every real man feels in that instant. While y'all seeing the joke, he's seeing her pain." Also, apparently Denzel Washington even said to Will a few minutes before his speech, "At your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you." And because of this moment, Will also had a lot of people talking about toxic masculinity and whether or not Will was the personification of that. To many, they feel that this was poorly handled by both men. Bernardine Evaristo, who is the president of the Royal Society of Literature, tweeted out, "What a thing to wake up to. Only the 5th black man in nearly 100 years to win an Oscar for male lead, and the 1st in 16 years, resorts to violence instead of utilizing the power of words to slay Chris Rock. Then he claims God and love made him do it." Liam Payne also was in attendance for the Oscars when this happened as well and was quoted by Good Morning Britain as saying, "I believe whatever he felt that he did, he had the right to do. I had to leave my chair, I'll be honest with you. It cut me really deep." And at number 10, Jaden Smith. Celebrities are now reacting to Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars, and we've got everything you need to know. After Chris made that joke about Jada Pinkett Smith that caused Will to get him out of his seat and slap him, you could see the visible confusion on everyone's face. Some people gasped while others applauded him. And one of those people that are standing strong on Will's side though through all of this is his son Jaden, although several other high-profile celebrities are also reacting to the news as well. In response to the news though, Jaden Smith tweeted, "And that's how we do it." In at number 9, Liam Payne. Liam Payne also was in attendance for the Oscars when this happened and was quoted by Good Morning Britain as saying, "I believe whatever he felt that he did, he had the right to do. I had to leave my chair. I'll be honest with you, it cut me really deep." He then went on to say, "I also felt like there was 3 losers in one fight. It's a very sad thing, but there was a powerful moment for me to sit and watch one of the world's best emoters speak from the heart, and I would rather take away the beauty from the situation than take the pain. But I had to leave my chair. I'll be honest with you, it cut me really deep." And at number 8, the Academy. In response to what took place, the Academy tweeted, "The Academy does not condone violence of any form. Tonight we are delighted to celebrate our 94th Academy Award winners who deserve this moment of recognition from their peers and movie lovers around the world." And as it turns out, this situation was much deeper than it appeared. You see, this wasn't the first time that Chris Rock had made fun of the Smith family. Back in 2016, the comedian hosted the Academy Awards where both Will and Jada were in attendance. Rock made fun of Jada publicly, saying that she was going to be boycotting the show after another year of all-white acting nominees. At the time, he said, "Jada said she's not coming. I was like, isn't she on a TV show? Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars? Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited." Coming in number 7, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj was another person defending Will in several tweets and said, "I love Chris Rock. I don't think he would have made that joke had he known what Jada recently shared, but between him and the whole team at the Oscars, you mean to tell me not one of y'all heard this woman just share this heartbreaking story? Hashtag come on son." Adding in another tweet, "You just got to witness in real time what happens in a man's soul when he looks over to the woman he loves and sees her holding back tears from a little joke at her expense. This is what any and every real man feels in that instant. While y'all seeing the joke, he's seeing her pain." And at number 6, Kathy Griffin. Comedian Kathy Griffin was another celebrity giving her 2 cents on the whole situation. She tweeted out in response to Will slapping Chris and said, "Let me tell you something, it's a very bad practice to walk up on stage and physically assault a comedian. Now we all have to worry about who wants to be the next Will Smith in comedy clubs and theaters." Although many people in her replies were quick to pull up that photo of her holding a ketchup-covered Donald Trump head as if to say that she condoned violence in some sense. Griffin made a valid point though. This will set an awful precedent for people feeling like they can just approach a comedian on stage if they don't like what's being said. In at number 5, Alec Baldwin. Most people understood why comedians would stand in solidarity with Chris Rock, but a lot of people expected actors to only get behind Will Smith and his unscrupulous actions. Take Taking to his private Twitter page, Alec Baldwin tweeted, "I'm not reading much about how or even if the producers attended to Chris, but I love you, Chris Rock, and I'm sorry the Oscars turned into the Jerry Springer show." Alec also needed to say something because a lot of people on Twitter were quick to draw comparisons between the Will Smith slap and what happened on the set of Rust. One person tweeted, "Don't worry about the Academy punishing Will Smith. If they do, it will either be for 2 weeks like Whoopi, 6 days like Jussie, or not at all like Alec Baldwin. Hollywood is totally immune from justice." Coming at number 4, The View. As one would assume, all of the daytime talk shows were going to be talking about the now infamous slap heard around the world. The View, however, had a mixed bag of reactions from their hosts. Sunny Hostin said, "I think Will was immature, I think he was childish and he was violent," with Whoopi Goldberg saying, "There will be consequences, I'm sure, but I don't think that's what they're going to do, particularly because Chris said, 'Listen, I'm not pressing any charges.'" Anna Navarro didn't mince her words though and said, "Hitting somebody is a crime of assault," while she called Rock's quip a lame joke, a joke in very poor taste. She believes the slap and the remark were not equivalent. While Joy Behar chose to speak on the impact that this will have on comedians everywhere. Behar remarked, "They want us comedians to be edgy, to go out there and say what everyone's thinking, and then they get mad." In at number 3, Jamila Jamil. Actress Jamila Jamil also had some thoughts about the 2022 Oscars incident that is making waves across the world, attached to a Malcolm X quote that says, "The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman." Jamila wrote in her tweet, "Will Smith said, 'Not today,' a man big enough to absolutely floor him, slapped him softly enough that Chris barely moved, because he made fun of his wife's alopecia on a world stage. Don't say hashtag protect black women for 2 years and then only condemn Will here. Come on." In at number 2, Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell is an American comedian, producer, actress, author, and television personality. She began her comedy career as a teenager and received her breakthrough on the television series Star Search in 1984. Her response to this incident, though, was that the Academy did not do enough after Will smacked Chris. In her tweet, she said, "So upsetting on every level. Bravo to Chris Rock for not eviscerating Will Smith, which he could do any day of the week. He walked away. Bravo from a sad display of toxic masculinity from a narcissistic madman." And last but certainly not least, on our number 1 spot, Will Smith. The main person that everyone wanted to hear a reaction from, though, was Will Smith himself. Yes, he sort of touched on what happened during his acceptance speech, but later on we got a full letter addressing the controversy. In response to how the world reacted to him slapping Chris Rock, Will said, "Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has strained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will." Zoe Kravitz is getting canceled right now after she called out Will Smith for slapping Chris Rock. Zoe shared her disapproval of Will Smith's controversial slap at the Oscars, and people were not happy with her. If you somehow missed it, Chris made a joke about Jada's lack of hair, saying that he couldn't wait to see her in G.I. Jane 2. Will then reacted emotionally, got up out of his seat and slapped Chris. He then quickly returned to his seat and yelled twice at Chris for him to keep his wife's name out of his mouth. The incident shocked the celebrities in attendance as well as everyone watching from home. Many were confused and couldn't tell if this was somehow a staged sketch that they had planned or if it was an unscripted reaction. In 2 separate posts though, Zoe threw some shade at Will Smith. In her first caption she writes, "Here's a picture of my dress at the award show where we are apparently attacking people on stage now." Then in another post she wrote in the caption, "And here is a picture of my dress at the party after the award show where we are apparently screaming profanities and attacking people on stage now." Now she didn't mention anyone by name, but everyone knew who she was talking about. And because of this take, everyone that was a fan of the Smith family decided to expose Zoe Kravitz on Twitter. I mean, the cancellation of Zoe Kravitz happened immediately. One person kicked off the cancellation by quoting Zoe and calling her a predator for what she said previously about Jaden Smith. In the screen cap posted to Twitter, Zoe apparently said, "There were moments that I was hanging out with Jaden and thinking, I can't believe you're 14. I have to check myself, like what I say to you. He has so much personality and so much swag. He is so much cooler than I am. And he's so handsome. I was like, when you're older, you know, we'll hang out. Nope, that's inappropriate. You're 14. With another person adding, "Why was Zoe Kravitz at 26 years old attracted to 16-year-old Jaden Smith? The F is wrong with her." Attached to that tweet was a video from a red carpet interview where Zoe had gushed that she had brought a then 16-year-old Jaden to the award show as her date. Other people also took issue with her supporting the problematic Alexander Wang, as well as dating Ezra Miller when they were only 17 or 18, while she was in her 20s. A lot of people, though, were commenting on how Twitter was holding on to these receipts until the Oscars slap happened. It's not like this is new information that Zoe had inappropriate relationships, but whenever someone doesn't like what you say about their favorite celebrity, it's like suddenly the cancel culture mob comes running out. I'm not defending Zoe Kravitz at all for what she did, but it is wild to watch how quickly Twitter is willing to drag someone after they say something that they don't like. If you were also upset about the Zoe and Jaden situation, then why didn't this happen on Twitter earlier? One person echoed this and said, "Cannot believe y'all were just sitting on all these Zoe Kravitz receipts," with another person replying to that and saying, "So it's like, were y'all being fake this whole time, acting like you was riding for her but whole time got ammunition to use against her? Typical." Coming in number 10, Mia Farrow. Mia Farrow is an actress, activist, and former fashion model who has appeared in more than 50 films. She has won numerous awards, including a Golden Globe, and been nominated for 3 BAFTA awards. After seeing what Will Smith did to Chris Rock, though, she decided to weigh in on the situation. In a series of tweets, Mia said, "It was just a joke. Jokes are what Chris Rock does. Always has been edgy. This was a mild joke for him, and I love G.I. Jane." Adding, "What I saw was one of Hollywood's most powerful movie stars stalk onto a stage to strike a comedian for an unfortunate joke about his gorgeous wife's shaved head. Anyone who is okay with that has probably never been hit by a powerful man. As we advise our kids, use your words." In at number 9, Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill is an actor and voice actor. He is known for playing Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars film series. He's also won 3 Saturn Awards for the role, and his other film appearances include Corvette Summer and The Big Red One. In response to Will slapping Chris, he tweeted out a photo of the slap and said, "Stand-up comics are very adept at handling hecklers. Violent physical attacks? Not so much." In at number 8, Kathy Griffin. Comedian Kathy Griffin was another celebrity giving her 2 cents on the whole situation. She tweeted out in response to Will slapping Chris and said, "Let me tell you something, it's a very bad practice to walk up on stage and physically attack a comedian. Now we all have to worry about who wants to be the next Will Smith in comedy clubs and theaters." Although many people in her replies were quick to pull up that photo of her holding a ketchup-covered Donald Trump head as if to say that she condoned violence. Griffin made a valid point though. This will set an awful precedent for people feeling like they can just approach a comedian on stage if they don't like what's being said. In at number 7, Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner is a director, actor, and filmmaker. As an actor, Reiner first came to national prominence with the role of Michael on the CBS sitcom All in the Family, a performance that earned him 2 Primetime Emmy Awards. In reaction to the Will Smith Oscars slap, he said, "Will Smith owes Chris Rock a huge apology. There is no excuse for what he did. He's lucky Chris is not filing charges. The excuses he made tonight were BS." In at number 6, Maria Shriver. Maria Shriver is an American journalist, author, and member of the Kennedy family, former First Lady of California, and the founder of the nonprofit organization the Women's Alzheimer's Movement. In response to the Will Smith incident, she tweeted out, "Will Smith says he wants to be a vessel for love. Love is not violent. Love is not what was displayed on a global stage tonight." Adding in another tweet, "We should never get to a place where we sit and watch a movie star hit someone on global television, then moments later get a standing ovation while talking about love." In number 5, Nicole Hannah Jones. Nicole Hannah Jones is a Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter covering racial injustice for the New York Times Magazine and creator of the landmark 1619 Project. As an American investigative journalist, she is known for her coverage of civil rights in the United States. In response to Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, she tweeted, "I'm tripping that you can attack someone on live television on stage at the Oscars and just take your seat and watch the rest of the show." Adding in 2 more tweets, "This is insanity. What is happening?" In number 4, Judd Apatow. Judd Apatow is a comedian, director, producer, and screenwriter. He is also the founder of Apatow Productions, through which he has produced and directed the films The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, Funny People, This Is 40, Trainwreck, and The King of Staten Island. In response to what took place at this year's Oscars, Judd wrote in a since-deleted tweet, "He could have ended his life. That's pure out-of-control rage and violence. They've heard a million jokes about them in the last 3 decades. They are not freshmen in the world of Hollywood and comedy. He lost his mind." And the person who reposted his deleted tweet also commented on the matter and said, "Judd Apatow getting ratioed to hell feels like a fitting end to the night." In number 3, John Leguizamo. He first rose to fame with a co-starring role in Super Mario Bros. As Luigi and a supporting role in the crime drama Carlito's Way. In response to what happened at the Oscars, he told Entertainment Tonight that at first he thought that the moment was a sketch until he realized that there was no punchline to what happened. He went on to say, "I thought Will's performance was amazing and I'm sorry that he tarnished it with this behavior. I mean, nobody likes to be made fun of, but you gotta have a sense of humor about yourself. Can't take yourself that seriously. I mean, we're just acting, you know? Let's just relax." In number 2, Howard Stern. Howard Stern is an American radio and television personality, comedian, and author. He is best known for his radio show, The Howard Stern Show, which gained popularity when it was nationally syndicated on terrestrial radio from 1986 to 2005. He has since been broadcasting on SiriusXM satellite radio since 2006. And during his show on Monday, the radio host spoke about the Will Smith-Chris Rock incident and said, "This is a sign of great mental illness when you can't control your impulse. Not only that, it was hardly an insulting joke. It was not even a good joke. You don't provide security? You don't have someone come up there?" Chris Rock was just trying to make people laugh at the effing ceremony, which was so long and boring. And last but certainly not least, our number one spot, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is an actor, comedian, writer, and producer known for his energetic slapstick performances. Carrey first gained recognition in 1990 after landing a recurring role in the American sketch comedy television series called In Living Color. After hearing what happened to Chris Rock, Jim told CBS's Gayle King that he was sickened not only by Smith's actions, but by Hollywood celebrities who still gave Smith a standing ovation for his Best Actor win for King Richard. He went on to say, "Hollywood is just spineless en masse, and it felt like this is a really clear indication that we aren't the cool club anymore. I'd have announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. That insult is going to last a very long time. If you want to yell from the audience and show disapproval or say something on Twitter, that's fine. But you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words."